The trap of pleasure and dopamine. Every day, millions of people wake up and immediately reach for something that gives quick pleasure. A phone screen, a video, a game, music, endless scrolling, something that fills the silence for a moment, and for a few seconds it feels good. It feels like escape. It feels like life, but that feeling never lasts. The moment it disappears, the same emptiness returns again. The same tired heart, the same restless mind. This is the trap that many people do not even realize they are living in, the trap of pleasure. It does not come as something dangerous at first. It comes as comfort. It comes as entertainment. It comes as just a little more. But slowly it begins to take control. The world keeps teaching that happiness is found in more stimulation, more entertainment, more pleasure, more distraction. But the Bible teaches something very different. It says sin is pleasurable for a season, but in the end it leads to emptiness and death. Not always physical death, but spiritual death. A slow fading of peace inside the heart. Not every trap looks like sin in the beginning. Some things feel normal. Some things feel harmless. But when the heart begins to depend on constant excitement, something changes inside. Silence starts feeling uncomfortable. Prayer starts feeling difficult. Reading the Bible starts feeling boring. And slowly, without noticing, the heart drifts away from God. The Bible says that people exchange the glory of God for created things. That is not just history. That is today's world. People may not bow to physical idols, but many are bowing to pleasure, comfort, and entertainment. These things quietly become the center of attention, the center of time, and even the center of emotion. Dopamine itself is not evil. God created the human brain with the ability to feel joy, reward, and motivation. But the problem begins when pleasure becomes the master instead of a gift. When the brain is constantly fed with fast excitement, the soul becomes weak in silence. And when silence becomes unbearable, spiritual life slowly becomes weak too. A person can be surrounded by entertainment all day and still feel empty at night. They can laugh online, talk with people, scroll for hours, and still feel something missing deep inside. That is because the human soul was never designed to survive on constant stimulation. It was designed to live in connection with God. Jesus said that man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that comes from God. That means real life is not just physical comfort or emotional pleasure. Real life comes from spiritual connection. Without God, even the best pleasures lose meaning after a while. The enemy does not always destroy people with obvious sin. Sometimes he destroys them with distraction, because a distracted heart does not notice how far it has drifted. It just keeps consuming, keeps scrolling, keeps searching for the next feeling. But deep inside, it becomes weaker. This is why many people today feel tired even when they are not physically working hard. Their mind is overloaded. Their emotions are overstimulated. Their spirit is underfed. They are full of content but empty of peace. And they do not understand why. But Jesus never leaves a person in that condition without hope. He calls people back, not with condemnation but with invitation. He says, "Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." That rest is not temporary. It is deep. It is real. It is something pleasure cannot copy. If this message is speaking to you, check out our channel and watch our other videos. We go deeper into spiritual truth, temptation, anxiety, purpose, and how to grow closer to Jesus in a distracted world. You are not meant to fight this alone. The Bible says that the flesh and the spirit are in conflict. Every single day there is a battle inside the heart. One side wants comfort and pleasure. The other side wants truth and God. The flesh says chase what feels good now. The spirit says choose what gives life forever. Following Jesus is not about becoming perfect instantly. It is about changing direction. It is about slowly stepping out of distraction and stepping into presence with God. The more time you spend with Him, the more your desires begin to change. What once controlled you starts to lose its power. In the end, this world offers moments of pleasure, but it cannot offer lasting peace. Only Jesus gives peace that stays even when everything else is quiet. Only He fills the emptiness that distraction cannot heal. And only in Him does the soul finally find rest.